today I want to talk to you guys about 1 minute of exercise getting the same effects as 45 minutes of moderate exercise. It's a study published by McMaster University, a very reputable university in Canada, in Hamilton, Ontario. I went there to do my undergrad in psychology. It's a great school. Now, the media has kind of blown this out of proportion. I don't want to keep you here too long about this. We're going to try and keep this under 8 minutes. More or less, the media has blown this out of proportion, saying that if you do 1 minute of exercise, you have the exact same effects as if you do 45 minutes of moderate exercise. This is bullshit. Now, you're never going to get 1 minute results equaling 45 minutes. It's simply impossible. Think about the biological consistencies here. Think about the metabolic differences here. The media did not explain the whole situation here at the start. So upon doing my own research of this, it's evident that this minute of exercise is actually broken into 20-second slots done 3 times. So what they have you do, and what they did in this study, was they had sedentary individuals, not people who are athletic, not people who work out, people who are sedentary, young men, more than likely McMaster students. Anyways, they basically rode a bike. They did a 2-minute warm-up and a 2-minute cool down. So that's already 4 minutes. So we're already over this 1 minute period that the media has blown out of proportion. Next, they would pedal as hard as they can on the bikes for 20 seconds and then take a 2-minute slow down, kind of more like a HIIT cardio type of thing, where they kind of pedal at a slower pace. And then once that 2 minutes is up, they go 20 seconds super hard again. And then they do that 2 more times till it equals a minute of hard exercise. And what that 20 seconds showed is that there's metabolic differences here of the way that the body's going to react to that 1 minute of being all out hard versus 45 minutes of moderate, just kind of half-assing it pedaling. Now, why am I so, what's the word I want to say here? Why am I so consistent and to the point with what I want to say here? Essentially, don't listen to what the media is telling you unless you've done your own research and it actually kind of coincides. There's several friends of mine and family members that saw this and like, oh, hey, we can do this. That's not how it works, guys. You need to actually put in the time, put in the effort. At the end of the day, without even including their warm-up and cool down, what they've taken to get ready, what they're doing beforehand and after, you're looking at 10 minutes of exercise alone. That's a lot more than a minute. So if you think that you can actually get yourself fit with 1 minute of exercise, you're kidding yourself. It's that simple. Now, I'm going to read to you guys some of the research that I have here. I've got it on my Surface. Essentially, what this talks about here in this study from several other third-party sites that have done their own analysis on this, have come to the conclusion that if you're a collegiate athlete, you're going to get no benefits from this. If you're just starting out, you may get some benefits of this. If you're somebody who has had some sort of cardiorespiratory problem, you're probably not going to get much benefits from it because you're going to hurt yourself in the long run. So it's not exactly beneficial. And then all the more, people that are doing this 10 minutes of exercise thinking they're going to lose extreme weight loss or fat loss, you're kidding yourself again there as well, because you're not going to burn enough calories where it actually makes a substantial difference. Think about it realistically here, guys. If you're going for 45 minutes and you're at a moderate pace, say you're using a bike and you're running at speed 5, so it's like a moderate jog, we'll say, versus going all out for 20 seconds and then walking. You're not going to burn the same amount of calories. Your body's going to react differently to it because you're putting a harder stress on your aerobic capacity, which is the ability for your heart to actually pump blood. It makes sense in theory, it makes sense in practice that your heart's going to work harder when you're pushing yourself harder. But at the same time, because you're doing it shorter, your body is not going to burn as many calories. It's simple as that. So if you're thinking that you can walk in, do 10 minutes of work, burn calories that's equivalent to 45 minutes, and you're going to get that fat loss that you want to have, and you're not putting any extra time in the gym, you're kidding yourself there as well. You need to put time in. It's simple as that. There's no way around it. If you're going to be lazy, you're going to get lazy results. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings out there, but that's literally what it comes down to. So essentially, what this one study here found was that the response to exercising hard versus moderate is going to be quite robust, which makes sense. But at the same time, studies of all people, like third-party sites again, have found that the media, the researchers weren't exactly straightforward with what they were saying. Um, the lead researcher on this study actually had to come right out and say it's not 1 minute of exercise in its entirety, it's a minute of intense exercise. I'll post all the links at the bottom of this, guys. Credibility goes a long way. Having a gross understanding of actually what you're reading or hearing on TV or the internet, whoever you're getting it from, makes all the difference. Don't just blindly accept what you're hearing because you're making a fool of yourself. Simple as that in most cases. Especially everything with the fitness industry, you need to keep your eye out and recognize that a lot of stuff is just out there to make a quick buck and to sell you on something that you don't need or it's not true. All right, stay strong, ladies and gentlemen.